What is up?
Yo, yo, yo.
Welcome to yet another episode of the Fast Life Podcast.
Number 8, 9?
Who knows? We lose track so easily. So let's just jump into sponsors.
Oh, come on, dude. You gotta play with it a little first. You know, you can't just put it right in.
Yeah, I just want to put it in.
All right, I guess.
And then I'll rub you afterwards.
Yeah, make sure you spit on it, though.
Okay.
All right.
We greatly appreciate our boys over at Manic Crew for being a continued sponsor of our podcast. We greatly appreciate that. And we hope that you guys are checking out the deals that they're giving you by being our sponsor. If you head over to maniccrew.com and use offer code FASTLIFE10, you can catch 10% off your first order. And I know he just came out with another shirt. I know that he's got one in the works. I don't know if it's out yet, but, be on the lookout for that because it looks pretty fucking dope if you ask me.
Yeah, we got the care package in, too. I've been wearing that hat nonstop.
Yeah.
Matches my Dixon Flannel I got.
He gave us a care package, some hats. I actually dig them. They're the good ones.
They fit perfect, too.
Fuck with those. I love them. Go to maniccrew.com. Don't forget the offer code. Also, if you're on Instagram, follow him at manic_crew. Sorry, I was going to fuck that word up. Follow him. Tag him in your posts. He'll repost your shit. Help him build the community. Help him build your fan base or follower base, however you want to look at it. maniccrew.com. Also, the homies over at painthuffer.com. Paint Huffer Metal Flake, whichever way you want to look at it. We're Team Paint Huffer, whoop whoop, and a lot of other badass painters across this country, and maybe even in other countries. I'm not sure, but I know a lot of badass painters spray Paint Huffer Metal Flake. The color palette's fucking retarded. I mean, pretty much every shade, every size flake, even badass pearls, dry pearls, and I know he's also selling FBS tape over there. Go to his website, painthuffer.com, and for probably a limited time, only after this podcast, you can still get 20% off if you put in the code FASTLIFE at the end of your checkout and get 20% off. He's got some badass hats, shirts, banners, every flake known to man, pearls. Fuck with him. Get on board, take advantage of this deal, because I think I might even take advantage of this deal, to be honest with you.
Hey, you know the deal we got going on?
Yeah, can I get on that? Also, don't forget to tag Paint Huffer Metal Flake once you use those flakes on Instagram at Paint Huffer Metal Flake. Also, as always, the homie Mark, Texas Performance MC. This podcast wouldn't be the same without plugging my boy. Check out Mark, Texas Performance MC, down in Austin, on Instagram, on the web. Just add the .com on it if you're on the World Wide Web. Check him out, man. Like I said before, he's bringing that West Coast flavor into Texas, and he knows his shit, man. And I really can't reiterate that any other way.
Yeah, we talked about him in this podcast too.
We did, yeah, for sure. So you'll hear the bromance.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty serious.
Check out Mark. If you're in Austin, just go by, say hi. Let him know you heard about him through the podcast. Maybe he'll give you a reach around. I don't know what he's trying to do for you guys.
Whoa.
We'll see. Check him out. I know he's got a dyno now, and I know he's about to.
Oh, he's got a dyno now?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's about to be killing it here in Texas. The dyno. He's actually a certified dynoer. I don't know if that's the right word. I know he took the classes and he's certified. So, but yeah, I think dynoer is a pretty badass way to put it. So he's a certified dynoer.
Certified to fix your ride.
So check him out, Texas Performance MC on Instagram and online at texasperformance.com. If you're in Texas, Austin in particular, check him out in Cedar Park, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we just finally nutted up and got our Patreon set up. Now, if you follow us online, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, or any of that shit, you probably heard me or seen me blasting and pushing that stuff. And just to give you a quick understanding of what that is and what that's going to do for us and, give you a little insight on it. we're not trying to pay our bills with Patreon or off this podcast. This shit's fun to us. And as much as it might be entertaining to you, it's entertaining to us. Well, I mean, we take from these conversations as well. So the idea of the Patreon is mainly to, it's like when we go out of town, it helps pay for the gas, or it's going to help pay for new mics, which we're going to need soon, especially if we keep traveling with this shit.
The gas station food.
Yeah.
All sips burritos.
Yeah, Jesse's
I'm
not
just
on
fat.
board.
Yeah.
So basically, you can go onto our Patreon and you can I guess it's become a Patreon, and basically you can pledge $1, $5, $2, $1.75, $100. You can pledge whatever you want, and the idea is like, we've had a couple people pledge $5, and that's cool. You don't have to do that much. If you just want to do $1, it helps. It adds up over time. If you want to do $5, fucking A, that's even better for us. And our goal is, once we start to build a community on that and we have a little bit of money to play with, we're going to find ways to give our subscribers some type of not better, but another form of content, or even giveaways or other things. We're going to try to make it worth your while, even though, say, $5 is like paying $1 a podcast for a month's worth of podcasting. So it's really not that bad of a deal. But for us, it really helps, and it's going to help us grow this in other ways and bring on guests that I think that you're going to want to hear from. It's just going to make it more easy.
More accessible to us.
Yeah, accessible. Like, we're trying to use trips like Daytona and our recent drive out to California to talk to people we know. But, if there's a weekend a month that we can jump on our bikes and ride out to, East Coast or West Coast or wherever, and we have a little bit of gas money, or we have, the ability to have better equipment, or whatever the case may be, we'll be able to bring you more content and more guests.
Or some shit breaks on the way there, or we forget something.
Yeah, I have insurance, so I'm an adult, so I handle that way.
Oh yeah, reluctantly bought insurance on that.
I've always had insurance on it ever since they made me. Otherwise, they'll take me to jail. Anyway, so check out the Patreon. Go to patreon.com / or / I don't know which one it is. Just put in Patreon. Is it /
Dude.
Oh yeah, you don't know any of this stuff.
I'm just now.
So if you go to patreon.com, one of the slashes, Fast Life Garage, it'll take you to our page, and you can pledge whatever if you care to. If you don't, it's totally fucking cool. It's not a big deal. It just helps.
Fucking cool.
We appreciate it either way. If you could still at least, subscribe to our podcast through YouTube or Instagram. I mean, not Instagram, but iTunes, wherever you hear this from, we appreciate that too. That all still helps in the long run.
Help me. I'm poor.
This week, so far, we haven't recorded anything else. So this podcast is the rest of our California trip, and we got super fortunate to catch up with Danny and Justin from Dixon Flannel.
Also a little drunk.
Yeah, we were a little drunk. They were super, super nice to let us catch them on a Saturday afternoon after they had already been drinking all day. Opened up the warehouse. We came in, had a good time. It was a blast, man. And these dudes really they had a good time. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I noticed them on Instagram. I think they might be setting up their own podcast here pretty soon, which will be super interesting to check out. So, yeah, fucking yeah. I mean, dude, it was a fun time. We all got a little twisted, except for Jesse. He was trying to be responsible.
Yeah, and then I drove us from Phoenix to El Paso.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're welcome.
You just wanted to get home to get some pussy.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, check it out. If you don't follow them, I don't know who you are, but basically Instagram, all that stuff, DixonFlannel.com, or Dixon Flannel in general.
DixonQuality.com is their actual website. Okay. It's Dixon Quality. Yeah.
But yeah, check them out. Check us out. Check out our sponsors. Thank you for checking this podcast out. Thank you for all your input. And hopefully we'll have some more content for you here this into this week and next week. So check out Dixon Flannel, folks.
Yeah.
Hey guys, you ready to let the dogs out?
Fast Life Podcast.
intro. I'm just gonna be like, fuck yeah.
Oh, well, we're already live. So.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Ooh, we live, baby.
Woo! We're at the fucking Dixon Flannel fucking, is it the compound or the warehouse?
What do we call it?
Concentration camp.
There we go. That's the best way to put it.
Hell yeah.
We got Danny Dixon and Justin. I don't know what's your Instagram handle on that. Justin
DFC.
Yeah, there we go.
Justin .tfc.
.dfc.
Oh, fucking punctuation.
Yeah.
There we go.
I mean, we only hire with, like 6th grade or so, like education. So
Yeah, but then like
he's punctuated.
Like 24th grade social media skills.
Yeah. You're right.
My interview involved crayons.
Yeah. Like, write your name in crayons. And it had like the dashes like in between, like it's fucking.
So he knew the fucking parameters which to stay under. So you know where to finish the lowercase
it was the
a.
big 3-line letter paper. It
Yeah.
wasn't just a single line. It was
Dude,
the
I
big
miss
stuff.
fucking drawing on those. It was a simpler time, right?
Simpler times, man.
Yes, it was.
Well, fuck, man. Like,
I want to, before we really get deep into this, I want to say that Jace is a couple beers deep, so.
not even a couple, man. I'm like
Yeah.
half of fucking 18 back into this right now.
You guys kind of called me last minute too, and I was in Scottsdale acting bougie with my chick
Oh, yeah.
today, and they were like hitting martinis at lunch and all kinds of stuff. It is far past lunchtime right now.
Yeah.
Far past. And we're just like kind of like, hey, I got to get on a podcast tonight. But it
Yeah.
was like, let it roll, baby.
Yeah,
We're
fuck
going.
it,
We're going deep for
This
it.
is every day, though, man. Like, I don't know. Everybody says the best fucking content comes out with a couple beers, you know what I mean? You start getting the honest and shit, so.
Definitely. I've heard that, dude. Like 2-3 beers
What the
is
fuck
good.
deal
You're
is
in about
this way,
22
bro?
beers.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just like.
Never worked with a
2
backwards
shots of
microphone
whiskey,
before.
man.
He's a nerd.
I was wondering why everything was echoing.
No, they catch it's a condenser mic, so it catches it like
Catches
right here.
only in the front, so
So-
it was like picking up
so
all the shit
basically-
we're saying. I was like, why the fuck?
So right here is catching, so like my microphone's not catching your fucking voice.
Yeah.
Got
So-
it.
I was like trying to pick his voice up, but I keep turning it up and
Nice,
then like
man.
making everything else loud as shit. I'm like, what the fuck? So I look
It's
over there.
it's a whole level of nerd in this shit,
Yeah.
right? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's
Yeah.
like a whole nother level of stuff. So, but yeah, like, fuck, man. You know what's crazy is that we were, me and Jesse were driving down from LA. We were supposed to be talking to Paint Huffer, and not that you were a second fucking opportunity here, because I had intentions of approaching you at a much later date once we've already like super established this podcast medium and stuff, and say, hey, we got to get you fucking on. It's fucking dope, and so when the dude from Paint Huffer couldn't make it, I was like, fuck, man, I'm in Phoenix. I need somebody, and I'm like, fuck, man, Dixon's there. I mean, like, this is a long shot. I'm fucking shooting a fucking half court shot right here, right?
Right.
So you said, fuck it, I'm in. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, fuck yeah, like, hell yeah, I'm fucking into this shit, I'm like, goddamn, like, I didn't expect you to say yes, so I was like, fuck yeah, man, it's all good. I mean, I met you guys plenty of times at different events and rallies and your parties here. But the crazy thing was when we would have all like the other, dude, in Texas, like, you guys are fucking gods. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
that's not even bullshit.
yeah.
Realistically, though, you're the $5,000 payment at the end of this that you're going to pay us is what got you in here.
Yeah,
so.
but no, sorry.
Are we
You
not
guys
supposed to talk
edit
about
this,
that?
right?
Are we not supposed to talk
Cut
about
it.
that? I gotta go.
Yeah. Nah, man, it's so many people that really dig your brand. There's so many people out there that really that love it, and I'm one of them, man. It's great to feel like when I buy a flannel, a T-shirt, or whatever the fuck gimmick you're selling at the month, whether it's that fucking party hat in there with all the shit on it or whatever. It's like I'm buying something from my homies, and I don't, even if I didn't fucking know you guys, I feel like, yeah, these dudes we're all on the same team.
Right.
And that's
Dude,
what
that's so rad.
That's what makes the brand that you guys have built, and the rest of us is why we want to build a brand that's comparable but in our own mediums.
In your own lights and mediums. Yeah. Dude, that's the raddest thing is seeing seeing other people's brands and their hustles take off, and like seeing it grow, and especially for kind of the younger generation. We all grew up watching the same dudes that we get. The rad thing is that you guys have been around long enough to be able to give those guys respect, Like, I love that part. Like, seeing someone wear my shit, say, even Parowitz.
Yeah,
like seeing that, and you're just like, dude, most younger guys, would look at that and be like, who's this old kook? And it's like, are you fucking kidding me, man? Yeah, those crazy fucking purple and yellow, fucking paint schemes and shit that grew up, watching a hot bike.
Yeah.
When there's some chick with, blown out, fucking blonde hair and, a neon yellow bikini. Fuck yeah. It's that's the jam.
OG hot bike magazine shit, yeah.
Yeah, so, that's the raddest part about, occupying a space in this industry, which is so much fun, for us.
Yeah.
Is seeing that shit. But, as this brand's been able to find itself finally in the last, couple years, really last 2 years, it's really us finally saying, hey, we're actually just going to be ourselves and just tell it like it is and do what we do. And when we fuck up, we're going to tell you we fucked up. We do stuff
That's the best part.
when we pull out something that's rad, it's probably because we fucked up 10 times right before it, So it's been fun, dude. It's been rad.
That's what's cool about it, is because it's an honest company that stands behind their product. And the early days, what was the slogan? It was stay gold and, and all that stuff. And you
stay true, be you. Yeah.
It's just always it's always been true to the nature of how we all live in this motorcycle industry. You know what I mean? But you added the element of a good time.
Yes.
Instead of us being these hard ass fucking pricks with fucking flannels on, that we were just fuck you guys. You know what I mean? Yeah, you see that Dixon. You know what I mean? Now it's it's this more open invite. It's just a fucking luau. You know what I mean? And that's fun. Who the fuck wants to go out every day, dress up, and be a dick?
Nah, fuck that.
You know what I mean? It's I want to go out and dress up every day and fucking have high five motherfuckers because I'm so fucking come on, dude.
Yeah.
That's what's fun. And your brand, I feel in a very subconscious way, is that it's fun.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you've been to events here before. We're one of those places where we've gone and set up at a lot of events and and just gotten cool guy the whole time, and when you go to one of our events, and we haven't had one in a long time, but it's the vibe is solid, everything's good, it's super rad, and that's the rad thing is that was a total fucking who knows what's gonna happen, total shoot the dice, and it ends up being that it's what we are out and and saying that we are and putting out in the world is actually the way that it went down here. It's there, vibe solid, everything's good, everyone has a good time, everyone's different, everyone brings something different to the table, rad as fuck. That
exactly. So that party you threw that got broke up extremely early, but that party you threw, we showed up. There's fucking lowriders here.
Yeah.
Fucking Jeff from Hot Bikes here. Fucking Kraus and fucking Fab 28's here. All these people are here having a good time, and there's this crazy mixture of cultures. And I guess probably jumping way into something we should talk about later on, but what I love about your brand and the most inspiring thing about it is that you jumped after all the cool shit that we all like. We all like fucking C10s. We all like lowriders. We all dig the fucking motorcycle industry. And we're all dudes that fucking pretty much are hands-on, I mean, yeah, there's some cats out there that maybe work in offices and stuff, and that's fucking cool.
Absolutely, you gotta do what you gotta do.
But you've been part of the forefront of making the dudes that are fucking getting their knuckles dirty and fucking burning their eyes with a welder cool.
Fuck yeah.
By putting on a flannel that honestly most of us are probably too bitched up to wear it to work, but at the same time.
Yeah, I'm definitely not wearing mine to work.
Yeah. You'll see, actually, the people who work here will see it in the showroom where you'll get a guy pull up on a motorcycle. You'll get a guy pull up in the lowrider. We've had guys pull up here in Lamborghinis. Guy pull up in a dump truck. All different shapes and sizes. You guys on break, that are sitting behind a desk
the
all
city
day.
workers that come here on their breaks daily.
But they're all in that showroom and they're all buddies because they all wear Dixon.
Yeah.
And they all come from different walks of life. And Dixon's starting to branch out of being that lifestyle brand style to just being a kick-ass clothing brand style. Dude that doesn't own a motorcycle, dude doesn't own that, but he just loves the patterns and loves the fabric and loves the way it wears. And it's that's what's crazy to me working here. You go in there, I had one dude in here and he's start talking to him. Multi-millionaire owns a distributor for beverages, you know? And I'm like, how'd you hear about us? He's like, well, my grandson had some of your stuff, so I came in here and get it. I'm like, this dude could honestly have any flannel he ever wanted. Like, you know, he could have them custom made, any colors. He could have whatever the hell he wants. And he comes here to buy his flannels, you know? And it's pretty rad to see the brand progress like that. Where it was, at the beginning, it was motorcycle riders came in, you know?
Yeah.
And that's cool.
And then on the same token, the door swings at the same time, and this kid that just like he's working his way through MMI, and he's a fucking porter right now washing bikes, which I know exactly what that's like, and watching all that, and he's scrounging his money together to buy a shirt from us and get like a high five, which is fucking rad, you know?
Yeah.
And seeing like, you know, just seeing all the walks of life.
The best way to put it, you know, we've talked about this before, but the best way to put it is like, you created a brand and a culture behind the brand. It's almost like it's tribal. It's like, I want to be a part of this fucking tribe. You know what I mean? Like, these are my people. You know what I mean? Whether it is the C10 crowd or the lowrider crowd, it's all about the people that are like, and like you said it was, you know, this fucking CEO fucking owns companies, could do whatever he wants. He still comes in here and buys your grassroots type products. Mm-hmm. You know, and you know, even being here in the warehouse and seeing all the fucking all the opportunities on the wall over there in the next fucking container, right? Seeing all those opportunities, it's like there's so much thought that's going into each product and each thing that gets released that it's like, dude, like I wouldn't say there's a what's the word? What do they do? Like those focus groups? It's not a focus group, but it's almost like, hey man, here's a beer. What looks badass to you? Let's all sit on this table, have a drink, and let's just shoot the shit about these patterns.
That's 99% of product development here.
That's it. You know what? He didn't even say that, and I fucking figured it out before because that's what I would do. I'd be like, you know, it's the same thing when we're painting a bike, and I'm like, I dig it, I like it, but you know what? Let me send it to a couple of my close homeboys. Right. What do you think? Oh, it's fucking gay. Fuck. You know, gotta go back to the drawing board. You know, or it's badass, and it's like those that your group, your the team of Dixon Flannel is the ones that really fucking make or break the flannels, because they're in there fucking looking at those pictures and seeing like that this is it. I think this is now. Absolutely. You know,
it's funny that you say that too, because that comes into why it's so important for us to have such a like multicultural and diverse group that works here. And dude, they are diverse as fuck.
Diverse as fuck.
Justin, would you say you're more into the truck scene, or would you say?
Well, I mean, like, cars were always important to me. I met Danny when we worked at Harley Davidson together. I was selling bikes and he was in the service department, and that's how I first met him. Yeah. So I mean, like, bikes are definitely a big part. I like trucks as well. Yeah. I mean, my dad had older cars and shit like that. My dad never rode motorcycles, so like motorcycles aren't entrenched in my history like they are Danny's. Like Danny's like fucking, he grew up in motorcycles are his life. But cars were early on for me, and then motorcycles kind of came later. But they're both.
And that's a killer working environment for us too, because like Chris Jones, our guy that's head of our art department, like he grew up. He's a pro skateboarder. You know, went through that whole thing. He's older than all of us now. He's been through all like the skate brands. He's done all of that. Worked for a lot of large companies, and saw, you know, he wanted to be more so into motorcycles because that's his life now. And he brings such a different dynamic to that as well. And then my past being, you know, just motorcycles, you know, from the time I could walk. Yeah. And then Justin being so car focused, like I've always loved cars. You know, it's been great, but I don't know them the way I know bikes. Like I don't breathe them the way I do, but same. Like, you know, I love them, and it's a huge part of it. It's a huge inspiration. Yeah. And so the rad part about that is building the team that's the same way, you know, and when you look around at the warehouse, just like you've seen, it's like there's elements of like hip hop, graffiti, hardcore music, like punk rock, fucking, you know, bikes, cars, like trucks, like everything. It's all focused into this one thing.
It's all the same shit that, you know what, I believe, I'm pretty strong-winded with this, but I feel like we all like all that shit.
Oh yeah.
You know, I don't really know how many Dyna dudes out there don't also follow fucking C10 era and C10 this and, you know, all these other genres of fucking cool shit. You know, like we're all into the same shit. We might be some of us might be more focused towards the motorcycle side or the C10 side or the truck side or the lowrider side, but it's like we all kind of like have a respect across the spectrum of like this shit's all fucking cool, you know?
Absolutely.
So
for sure.
I mean, there's this quote that who was it? I think it was Roger Merritt said it from Agnostic Front, and this is way more music focused, so not everyone will understand this, but they're like, never trust a hardcore kid that was not first into punk rock. And what they're saying, and the reason why, is because, you know, hardcore took off, it was like real big, you know, at a time, and it becomes a fad. But however, the natural progression of a kid that's like young, angsty, pissed off, like whatever, you know, goes through all these steps and then gets into all those things. Motorcycles kind of the same way. So like when you meet a guy that isn't into all that rest of the shit or can't have appreciation for it really is what it is, then you know like that's an easy way to tell it's a fad. You know, we got fad rockers out there. It is what it is. But we're blessed to have a fuck ton of people that aren't, you know, that can really get into all the shit, you know, and really appreciate it all, even if you're not into it.
I think the fad aspect of it is basically maybe it's not our responsibility as industry people, but in a sense it is. It's like these people get into this thing for an experience, and I say this all the time, but they get into it for an experience, and then it's not necessarily your job to create that experience for them, but you create the opportunity. I mean, like I said, with you guys creating, you know, when you have your parties here or you sponsor events or you even fucking just your videos alone about what you do creates buzz and where people, it motivates people, you know, like, fuck man, like, you know, we kind of do that shit. Like that's, you know, your goddamn, what's the Irish shit?
Morning motivations?
No. The video
Danny's daily rants.
Y'all just released a video for the fucking the St. Patrick's Day flannel, right?
Oh, that was the best one to film.
That's every motherfucker on Instagram every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, that's it.
I said this earlier, but I gotta say it again. Like, you guys are number one, probably the best at fucking portraying your brand on social media.
Yeah, dude, it's super
Absolutely.
inspirational, man.
Thank you.
Because it's real. It's not like even when you did the video with with your kids and the Monte Carlo and shit. It's like this is fantasy, but you know what? That's fucking badass.
Yeah,
you know
right.
what I mean? But all the other videos, like, you know, the way you started branding your flannels and just your product and your brand, it's like, yeah, I fucking dig it. Sign me up. Take my money. You know what I mean?
Take it now.
And that's what's cool because, man, like I can go on and on, but you know, this is y'all's podcast, so. So how about this? How about this? Like, you know, how about give everybody like, you know, I've been following you since when you did work for which dealership was it? Was
out here?
Yeah, it was out here.
Out here, I started at Chandler, and that was just because like I walked in and I was like, "Yo, I need to get a job because I need to move here." Yeah. And we just came here for the weekend. I haven't even ever fucking been here before.
Yeah.
But I was just like done a bunch of research and was like, this is where I want my kids to go to school. This is where I want to do my shit. You know, the Mormons aren't fucking super fond of me, but like it's cool. We can make this shit work. So I walked in Chandler. It was like, hey, blah, blah, blah. This is my fucking rap sheet. This is what I got going on in motorcycles, blah, blah. It's like, we are not hiring right now. We will make you a position, blah, blah, blah. I was like, cool. So I can start in 3 weeks. And they're like, yep. I'm like, cool. See ya. And then like fucking picked out a house, you know, like something we could, you know, we're from California, so we don't need a lot of space. So like we're like, you know, it didn't take much.
Yeah, it was the easy transition.
So we're like, all right, cool. And you know, 3 weeks later, I have my family here, and that's you know, it's been about 4.5 years ago. And I worked there for a while. Then I went to Scottsdale. While I was at Scottsdale, we became we were within the top 5 service departments in the country. I think we were like number 2 in sales that year. We were cranking, dude, like just operating at an extremely high level, and I was in management on that one. And you know, I've been fortunate enough at a young age to get some time underneath my belt to be able to do those kinds of things. But at the same time, I do come from the small shop mentality, and that's really hard for me to operate at that level, like with Harley. With that being said, the rad part about it is now with me and Justin running things and like selling to so many Harley dealerships, we know the fucking struggle that it's there. We know what it's like being in the trenches, hitting those numbers every month, you know, and really, I just, dude, I got sick of the thing that I love the most becoming what I fucking hated to get up in the morning to do, you know? Yeah. And you gotta like constantly have your mindset set that you're like, this is what I love. Like I gotta wake up and know and teach myself over again that I do, so that I get past like, you know, what you have to deal with like working in that environment. But past all that, like we're so stoked to work with, you know, so many dealers like that now. Yeah. Because, you know, we get a chance to work with the ones that are super stoked at what they do and they put it out there to do rad shit, you know?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like a lot of dealerships have, you know, it's like they're tapped into two different wavelengths of like generations. Like some dealerships are just straight fucking like just they have no idea what social media is. They have no idea what like a young generation is, and they're like just tapped into like live to ride, which I actually love those fucking slogans. You know, the Eagle Ride, I love that shit. But at the same time, it's like they're just not tapped into everything. But then they're also the ones sitting there bitching about why we just aren't selling anything. We're not doing anything. We're not doing this. But, you know, those dealerships are responsible for being the brand of their area. Right? They're responsible for being the young brand, the everything that, you know, Quaid is doing right now, or fucking before that, you know, some of the like in Texas we have Cowboy and Green, like these dealerships that are tapping into the younger market. They're jumping and promoting younger events, and they're bringing these kids on, and those are the ones that are usually going to be more supportive of your brand.
Absolutely.
You know,
yeah,
because they understand what it means. But then you get these older dealerships that just, you know, they think we're Harley, you know, suck a dick, you know what I mean? Come buy our shit or fuck you down the street.
Dude, we get that a lot. You know, call us up and they're like, well, we're blah 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 Harley, so you have to sell to us. And we're like, yo, check it out. Actually, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
Send me all the stuff.
That's not how it works.
I want to see. Yeah,
it's gonna be a no for me, dog.
It's gonna be a no for me.
We're infamous on that note for saying no a lot more than we say yes. Like, you know, we'll check it out. Like, what kind of content are they putting out? What kind of bikes are they putting out? What are they doing? Or do they support their community? Because just like what you were saying, you know, it's their responsibility largely of what the community around them, their motorcycle community in their area is, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the younger guys are all looking at Instagram, and, you know, we might be a lot looking at like what's happening in California because it's so concentrated, or like what's happening here because it's so concentrated. But without a good dealer in town, like, you know, that's either left up, you know, hopefully, you know, mom and pop shops, you know, which is killer to see them do well. But also, yeah, dealers like, dude, Quaid is fucking crushing it. San Diego Harley does really well. Who else we got?
Sacramento's doing good too.
Sacramento does a good job. Like, I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are Chicagoland dealerships are really cool too, because most of that management group we actually worked with out here, and we had a large part in one of the rad things hearing from them now. These are guys that we looked up to. They're industry veterans telling us like that we refresh their look on, you know, what needs to happen. You know, what needs to happen around them. It's okay. Like, let's do performance shit, dude. Like, big brakes, big suspension, big fucking motors. Like, that's the recipe for doing the rad shit. And it's like, it's not hard. It's just that you got to dance around a couple things, and you're either going to be a whistleblower dealership that says like, well, corporate fucking policies, or like, or you fucking just do what, you know, do what you're supposed to do.
Do what the fuck you want to do.
Just do rad shit.
Yeah, build.
Motorcycles are freedom. It's supposed to be freedom. It's supposed to be fun. It's about breaking the rules. Like, I have my own set of fucking rules that I go by. I got my own laws that I go by. I'm not looking to take on new ones.
Yeah.
Fuck that. You know, so that's Harley Davidson. Harley Davidson said last year that their business model is to rebel, right?
It's part of their business.
That's their business model.
Yeah, that's part of it. There's like 4 or 5 parts of it.
And if no one else is going to do it, then all of us sitting in this room and all respective brands, you know, that you guys talk to, and all the guys that we talk to too, we kind of take it upon ourselves to be like, hey, guess what? Like, we're owning that shit, because that's what I fucking signed up for.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
No, so what you're saying, like a percentage of they want to like try to market to a percentage of us, but then there's also we want to market to a percentage of the hog owners and shit like that.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you know
you
what?
have
I'm
to.
even working at the dealership. You know, I mean, and I'm sure people listening to this work at Harley Davidson dealerships have their opinion about hog members. Like, and there's some rad ones, and then there's some ones that are just the time wasters. You know, but what's rad now is we're getting all hog members coming here and buying the flannels.
Yeah.
You know, like they're noticing that these flannels are rad. And we're getting that older clientele.
Maybe we strike this one from the conversation. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, I mean, but like it's just a good way of like I said before. In there, you get all different walks of people, and they're all coming together here. You know, you got the guy on the Dyna, 666 all over his bike, and then you got the group of hog guys coming in here, and they're all buddies once they're in there. You know, I'm sure when they're at the dealership, talk shit about each other, but when they come in here, they're all homies and they're all talking Dixon.
This is
That's a
very
good
true.
fucking
This is a
thing.
good point.
Yeah.
That is very true. That's that's something that we never set out to take on, but I think that goes back into what you're talking about, that like we kind of promote good times, and as you become older and you become an adult, you realize that like not everyone wearing that same skin and like looking the same kind of deal is there for you find a lot of other people that are there for the same purpose.
Yeah.
And so we're getting down with like all kinds of different people. We're just fucking partying, having a good time.
Yeah,
like,
when you cultivate the platform for everybody to just fucking mingle and have a good time based on the fact that we all dig the same shit. Mm-hmm. A lot of it, you throw out a lot of those fucking like culture fucking parameters. You know what I mean? Where you're like, oh, I'm an older guy. These fucking
like you're breaking culture wall, like the boundaries of what everybody's doing and shit.
You know what I mean? It's almost like you're selling a product that if you put in a Harley dealership, that every generation that walks in there to buy a product is gonna go to that fucking wall.
Yep.
As opposed to if you only market it to the hog members or you only market it to the fucking younger crowd. You know what I mean? So it's amazing that something as simple as a fucking flannel,
right,
realistically can really bridge the gap between so many different age groups and genres of fucking life.
It's things like that open the doors of so many other things that like we watch. Like I'm so used to watching the motorcycle industry that I just still do. Even though I'm not a part of it, I'm just like
well,
what's going on?
Again.
Like what's going on in Texas this year? Who knows? Blah blah. But you're seeing brands start to change. It's like, let's say for example, with all due respect, like you're like, am I gonna put Kiriakin pegs like on my fucking $50,000 custom motorcycle? Probably not. But this year they come out with all new branding, all new displays. Like their shit looks fucking good, and they like reach this point where they had to step it up, and you either change or you don't. And that just comes down to just straight business. Like that's just the way it is. That's business across the board on all entrepreneur level. That like you gotta constantly change. Change is your only consistent.
Yeah.
And that's like a lot of stuff that I end up talking about like on my fucking rides to work. I don't know if anyone listens to that shit.
Oh, they do.
Oh, they do. Yeah.
Oh.
I do.
I usually watch it after. I'm like, what a fucking dumbass.
It's because you're in the HOV lane doing 90.
Yeah.
No. To be honest though, I actually so I get a lot of positive messages that say like that they took something from it, and that's awesome. I use those for myself because I have to do that. Like if I don't, like I will end up like at home in a design hole, like not showering for like 2 days, like trying to figure out what this next flannel is that's gonna come out.
There's nothing wrong with the fucking like high you get off of being motivational to people, or creating something that people get inspiration from, and honestly, you create something, you create a badass product, and you put it out there, and everybody fucking like, love it, tag. If that doesn't make you want to do another one, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is that not? It's got to be a high that's like a positive high. Like, fuck, I'm glad.
It has to be, and it has to be unapologetic because we're somewhat raised in this thing where we're kind of raised in a culture right now where that you're supposed to say sorry for like becoming successful. You're supposed to say sorry for figuring some shit out. And you don't need to. Yeah. It's like I fucking love it. Like, okay, earlier I texted Lance from thrashing, and he set up at like the drag specialties thing. And I was like, dude, that's so fucking rad. Like, you know,
It'd be nice,
I
but shit.
like,
Is this shit gonna be in drag now? Because I'm I gotta piss, so y'all keep this
Are
conversation.
you trying to go Facebook Live when you get back?
Yeah, we'll do live when I get back.
All right.
I'm just
stop and then we'll stop and I'll cigarette.
Everybody's
No.
practice. I got this CD player, man.
But I got these cheeseburgers, man.
So the Dixon name, where did Dixon come from?
You know, so that's kind of an underwhelming story because it's.
I get that asked fucking 10 times a day.
Yeah.
I don't have a fucking answer for it.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a cool set of letters.
It works. Like, so we started out as Untitled Flannel. We ran into some trademark issues, like just being young and dumb and not really knowing ramifications of those things happening, you know?
Yeah.
And so Stay Gold had to die. And because Benny Gold owns the trademark for Stay Gold, he was actually really cool about it. He knew that I was a family guy and I had just like put all my money into it. He gave me a month to like get it out. And dude, I fucking thought 13 ways from fucking Sunday about quitting, you know, over and over again. I was just over it. And then we wanted to go Dixie, like super just kind of Americana feel. But there was like that new kind of chopper shop that was open in like Long Beach with that name too.
Yeah.
Kind of spawned off that a little bit. Started looking at the city names, added the extra X, and it was kind of born to be to allow us to be able to do whatever we wanted moving forward. I mean, yeah, the flannel code will always be there and that'll always be our thing, but it actually, you know, the name being somewhat ambiguous allows us to explore spaces, you know, and it allows us to do different shit.
Yeah.
And that way it wasn't just like blue collar flannels or it's not this or that. You know, you could like establish that name as like, is that Dixon? Like that's kind of like the way it's become now.
That is really cool about it because I mean, I guess everybody wants it to be like, oh, that's your last name.
Yeah.
You know, like
Or there's like some super rad story behind it.
Yeah. Who the fuck gets a cool ass last name like Dixon? Like we're all fucking subject to really gay.
We've got a lot of customers with the last name Dixon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. People from like Dixon, California, like with one X, you know.
Yeah, and that's what's crazy because like they have a bike show every year, and I've actually ridden a bike to that bike show and been a part of that. And it's a badass. It's Dixon Renegades show or some shit. It's a badass show. But yeah. You know, who the fuck gets that lucky to... It's almost like a porn star last name, like fucking Danny Dixon, you know?
Mike Concho.
Yeah.
Spread
my
butt
who the fuck
cheeks
gets
apart.
that? You know what I mean? Like,
pretty much anytime someone leaves me tickets, like at will call, and I like go somewhere or, you know, anything like that, I always have a hard time getting in because they're like, well, what was your idea? And I'm like, well, my name isn't Danny Dixon. It's my stage name.
you need to have this swapped out. You gotta have two IDs for that shit.
It was, I don't know, like my name, I used to go by Junior because I got the same name as my pops. I'm not like technically a junior, but like they would call up and ask, you know, like, hey, is Danny
you work
there
with your
or whatever,
dad,
you know?
It's Junior. You know?
So for a long time, my name on social media was like Junior in the shop name. So when I moved, it was like I had to like, I was reborn.
Yeah,
I was reborn with like
cool. I mean,
still the alcohol problem.
It's fucking cool to like you created this brand based on a name that it could be anybody's. I mean, not saying you would do this, but it's still great for business purposes. I mean, 10 years from now, when you got 40 Lamborghinis, you know what I mean? You don't know which color you want to drive every day. You can sell this motherfucker. It's not it's not Danny Dixon. It's, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like.
And on the other hand, I asked my son's name is Dax, my oldest. I was like, dude, what if Dax ends up being like a famous like architect one day? He likes to build all this shit. He plays Minecraft and, you know, goes crazy with Legos. He's 6 years old. And I was talking to my wife about it, and I was like, what if his name was Dax Dixon? Like, it's kind of, you know, it's kind of got some flavor.
Yeah, it's got some flow
like,
to it.
I'm like, maybe we'll sell this thing and we'll roll into, you know, it being his real last name. Have him build us a badass house and, like, you know, take care of us.
Well, all this is cool, man. It's just a good brand, man. Like I said. So how, like, what was the transition between you coming aboard and like in that? You know what I mean? Because I know that like for most people in the industry that come and talk to Danny, to talk to Dixon Flannel, they're talking to you. So they're contacting you. They're setting up with you. They're buying from you. I mean, you handle so much jobs in here. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean, right?
Yeah, he wears a lot of hats.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, what was the transition between you taking on such a large role here?
Fucking FitFo.
FitFo.
Figure it the fuck out.
Hey, it's written right up there.
Yeah.
We're in the war room right now, so see the FitFo right there? Figure it the fuck out. That's a common used term here.
Yeah.
Like I said, I met Danny at the dealership.
Yeah.
And we just fucking. I met him before he knew he had anything to do with Dixon.
Yeah.
You know, and then we just started shooting the shit. My sales manager gets pissed off at me all the time because I'd always be in the service department. I wouldn't be selling bikes, you know. But I would be selling bikes because they'd be throwing me bones.
Yeah.
But we started a friendship, and then he ended up leaving Harley, and I was still there. And we always kind of kept in contact. And then it came to a point where I would take my vacation days, all my days off.
Yeah.
I'd come here and I'd work pretty much for free. He'd throw me some flannels, you know. But I love the
It's just
brand.
gold, right?
I loved the brand and I loved everything he was doing, you know. And like at the time, like I couldn't afford to leave Harley.
Yeah.
Because like it was still pretty small here still, but I was like, you know, I was like, I people ask me all the time, like I never came here and helped for free because I felt like there was an opportunity for me. I just believed in the brand, and I was like, fuck, dude, even if I never work here, like I just want to be a part of this, you know?
Yeah, it's fun.
'Cause it's fucking rad. And I ended up leaving Harley. Like most of my background is in sales, in food sales. I'd sell the fucking food to restaurants and shit like that. And I left Harley and I went and I worked for a seafood company. And went through like 4 interviews, and they're like, "You're gonna be awesome, you kill it, blah blah blah." I get there, and it's fucking completely not what they told me I was gonna be doing, and it was horrible. And this is at a time where this is really kind of skyrocketing. And again, I'd come here, I would like make up reasons why like I needed to go on a sales call, and I'd come here and pack orders on releases and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know. And there was one night I was outside, and I was like, "God, fuck, I gotta leave. I gotta go to fucking work tomorrow." And he's like, "Just come fucking work for me." He's like, "We could do it now. You come work for me." I was like, "I just started a job. I'm not a quitter. I'm not gonna quit this. I'm gonna continue, and I'm gonna give it my all." They fired me the next day. You know, I'm not beating the bush about it. You know, You know, they fired me the next day, and he was the first person I called. Didn't call my chick. Didn't call any relatives or nothing. I called him. I'm like, "They just fired me." He's like, "Get down here." And that's when I started. And when I started, I was brought on to do wholesale.
It was stressful as fuck at first, though. Like,
Yeah.
it was like, we were at the point where we were like growing, but at the same time, like, my fear of actually like paying employees, you know, and having like, I mean, what is it, 2 or 3 of us at that time or something, maybe? I don't know.
Well, you had just hired someone else as well.
Yeah.
So the 2 new employees came
Dude,
on.
I don't need you right now, but I do. Fuck it. Let's make it happen. I'm going to
Figure it
hustle
out.
my ass off, and I'll hustle my ass off to make sure that you won't have to like worry about
That's
getting a
what's
paycheck.
that's what's badass about a small business though, because you have a vested friendship with him, and realistically, like, yeah, it's your business, it's your company, but you want him to like I always say, like, it's hard to find as a business owner, it's hard to find someone that gives a fuck about your business as much as you do. So naturally, I don't know who the fuck would be in disagreement with this, but if I, you know, had a Justin or my brother or something, I want them to be as happy as possible, also representing this company like you do. You know what I mean? Like there's an invaluable.
He'll tell you about Journey.
Yeah.
He's gone through a fucking journey. He's hiked the fucking mountains to be where he's at now. That's for fucking damn sure. I'm a particular motherfucker.
Yes.
That's all it comes down to. It's like, dude, as laid back and everything, have beers with everyone else. So like, when it comes to business, I fucking go lion status, and I'm just like, I get here and it's just like, it's different, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucking focused. I'm not really, actually. I'm giving myself way too much.
He's
Very
focused.
unfocused.
But, like,
There's a level of focus that you gotta have to I mean, we see I call them rants. You know, I don't know if it's the right word, but you know, if you post a fucking paragraph, it's a motherfucking rant. That's what that is.
Yeah.
So when you post your rants on Instagram and stuff like that, and you're talking about whatever motivated you that day to make that statement, it's all gold. It's gold. It's gold information for the people who are trying cool shit, who are trying to bust in
That was
You
a
know-
9-second pour.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you guys say? Keep on talking so my pour go longer.
It's gold. So people, you know what I mean? There's so many people out there, and like we were talking about before at the bar on the other end of this Dixon compound. What would you say it was?
Concentration camp.
Concentration camp.
Dixon concentration camp.
So it becomes like so many people can get motivated by your drive to work. You know what I mean? Like seriously, like it gets to a point where people even tell me, it's like, dude, like, you know, just tell them what you did today. I'm like, dude, nothing I did today was cool. But like, people are looking at us like, fuck, you know, you guys are, I'm stuck in a cubicle. You're fucking living it. You're doing it on all different levels. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like I don't say you want, like, I just want to fucking be successful and eat good and have a good time and, you know, have fun. But
no, that's a fucking very valid question, and this is the hardest part for anyone making that jump, is like, how do you make the passion project become like successful enough to the point where like you're not going completely insane, you know? And I don't think it fucking exists. It's different levels of insanity.
It's all or nothing.
It's just fucking you got
all or
be
fucking
there.
nothing, and I mean it's
salesmen say that they live like, you know, every month resets, and I feel like as an entrepreneur, every fucking 24 hours resets, dude. It's like, it doesn't matter what you did yesterday, and it doesn't matter if you did anything. I said this to somebody the other day, and I swear to God, I wish there was a fucking camera that said it, but I was, or that got me saying it. I was like, my fucking Harley Davidson doesn't go in reverse, and either do I. And it's like, boom, drop mic, like fucking, like explosion in the background, like fucking. I was like, he was like, that was good. I was like, damn, that was good. I couldn't even remember what we were talking about.
That spring collection coming out on the back of the shirt, bro. You fucking trademark that shit.
This is like, no hate on the tracks, but you guys, this shit's got reversed. But I can say that about my bike.
No, that's a good thing to, I mean, you know, dude, there's so many people out there that just are anybody like Mark. Like, you guys know Mark. Mark's a good dude. He started his business, you know, fucking just entrepreneur. He's trying to build his brand, this Texas Performance brand. And, you know, it's the same thing. It's like there's so many people in this industry on all the facets that are just like entrepreneurial, and we all take inspiration from all these different people, whether it is the Dixon, you know, how you built this brand, or it's, you know, Speed Merchant, or fucking whoever else it is in the industry. You know, it's all like, a lot of us are looking at it every day, like we're scrolling through Instagram going, this motherfucker did it again. You know, we're like, damn.
I thought he fucking blew his load.
I was playing a video game. I could have been making a video right now, and you guys are fucking, you know, selling the next flannel, and I'm sitting here on my ass doing fucking nothing with my life, is what people, a lot of people are looking at.
I would say it's probably the most simplest fucking things out there that most small brands are missing the mark on, and a lot of that comes down to customer service.
Yeah.
You know,
so, that's huge. Dude.
I reply to every fucking email that someone sends. So does Danny, and I
send you some
reply
emails now like, hey,
yo,
that's it.
What up, dog?
Every voicemail.
My favorite email is the ones that they put the entire email in the subject line.
Oh yeah, you sent me that one.
Yeah, I sent you that. I sent him one the other day.
Good luck with this.
Good luck. It's like, how do you get your cursor far enough to fucking go over there? But did you answer it?
Yeah.
And you probably fucking just gave him, you just made his day.
Yeah. And that's when I'll call someone back and they're like, this is Justin with Dixon, and they're like, you called me back? I'm like, yeah, you left a voicemail, you asked me to call you back. And they're like, wow, I didn't think you were gonna call back. I'm like, pretty easy to make you happy. You're wasting my time, right? Bro.
Yeah.
And they're just like super stoked, you know? And I mean, like, I know when I've bought stuff from smaller brands, and you wait 3 to 4 weeks, or if you have an issue, you try contacting them, there's nobody that's replying to anything, or someone replies 2 weeks later, you know? And like, I'm like, we're like 10 minutes deep, and you're getting an email back, or you're getting a phone call back, and you have an issue with anything, we're solving it right then and there. You know what I mean? It's super easy, and people are fucking blown away by that. Blown away.
And you double it up with shipping too?
Yeah.
Dude, we fucking...
You know the other great thing that I love about your brand, and just being here, like, I don't want to go home. Like, I want to sleep on the dude's couch. Like, I love it here. It's like the coolest fucking compound, concentration camp I've ever been to.
I appreciate it, and at the same time, like, I know exactly what you're saying, because, like, I tell the guys all the time, like, because there's a lot of times where I can't come here because I built them a place to work and to be, creative. And I thought I'd like have a place to be creative too. But at the same time, while I built that, I built my playground. And so like for me being a dad and a husband and stuff like that, it's like, it's hard for me, like, because I come here and I'm like, dude, A, it's party fucking time. Yeah. Like, B, like, I'm getting stuck in a design. And a skate ramp. You got a fucking quarter. Like, I'm getting stuck in a design hole for 20 fucking hours. And it's just like, bam, and it's like, I transcend time when I'm here. So, like, I kind of like, I got to get away sometimes, like, just to keep it normal. But this place is fucking amazing. And that's the coolest part is, like, when you have an internet company and this is the thing, when we started out with like that whole rebranding and thing and everything, it's like it felt like you're hiding something, And so my goal became transparency. And transparency to me was like, let's build like exactly who we are, what we are, like no apologies, no holds barred, no rules. Like this is the way it is. The only rules we set down is like ship it fast as fuck. Always say yes, make sure the customer's happy, and make the best fucking shit that you can. And if you could do those things, then everything else, there's no rules, And it's like, they see that. They come and they feel it, and they come in here and they're like, holy shit.
You know what? On that note, I want to say this because you nailed it in the coffin for me right here. We're at the fucking Google of the fucking... This is fucking Google, right? There is a fucking container cart with something I want to do in it everywhere. It's all it is. It's a fucking like comfortable place for fucking bikers and people who work with their hands.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What the like? That's so ingenious.
It's funny too because some people were like, yo, you guys' clothes like up on the rack, like it's just like you just pull them out of the bag and put them up. They're like kind of wrinkled, they're not even steamed or anything. It's like, well, yeah, but so what do you think my fun closet looks like? It's like we don't have, dude. We just like within the last 6 months started using a fucking camera to take our pictures. Like it's like before that it was like.
I saw the
iPhone uploads.
I saw the what's the room called? It's like the eerie room.
Photo. Oh yeah.
No, it's like he was telling me the fucking.
It's weird back there, dude.
Someone died in this building.
Yeah.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
No bullshit.
He wasn't here for that.
I was not.
Yeah.
Probably in the 80s. Are we pretty sure right around the 80s when the building was first built, someone or something died and it's still here.
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys are haunted.
You don't want to stay the night
but
here.
it's only in the back.
Fuck that. I'm
It's
out.
only in the back.
I'm out.
It's only the very back
So
corner.
when we started ripping down walls to expand, we started there's like healing crystals hanging from the fucking doorways and shit.
Oh,
like,
shit.
I was like, yo, like I've been to Born Free. Like I know what
Born Free.
I know what witches look like.
Yeah.
They ride on the back of choppers.
Yeah,
This will be
for sure.
fine. But like I don't know my way around healing crystals and shit. So we're just like telling the fucking demo guys like, yo, you fucking do whatever.
You
the fuck
take
want
those
with that.
down.
Yeah,
I
you
ain't
can fuck
touching
with
that
that.
shit. You know, I don't know what that thing fucking harnesses the power of fucking 10.
Y'all got
Narnia.
demons in this motherfucker or what? Yeah.
And so like we've taken a couple people back there without telling them, and they're just like walking there like looking around like, what the fuck happened back here, dude? Just like
I went back there
don't know.
2 days ago to put one of the lights back in the photo room. It was freezing cold in there, and it was like 82 degrees outside.
Oh,
and I was like,
shit.
the AC's on. AC was not on.
No. And it's usually stuffy as a motherfucker.
And it's usually stuffy back there. And I grabbed Josh. I'm like, Josh, is the AC on back there? And he's like, yeah, the AC's on. I'm like, no, it's not. Hasn't been on for probably 2 or 3 weeks. He's like, it's cold back here. I'm like, yeah.
You know what sucks too about that is like, so back there, I built this thing where I thought it was like, I was building like just the raddest thing that I thought, just like you're saying, Google for my employees. And so we built a gym back there. I built this rad fucking kitchen for Justin because Justin used to be a chef, so he used to cook a swordfish and shit before he
Swordfish?
Yeah, before he got super busy. Thank you guys for keeping him busy. I appreciate it. But at the same time, my meals fucking suck now. Like they're like fucking Taco Bell and shit. And like we used to get like swordfish and like filet mignon and stuff like that. And so we made all that back there, but we didn't know it was weird, And it's like then now
vibe.
it's fucking eerie back there. It's weird, dude. Like especially if
It
you're
is.
here after say like 23 Jack and Cokes and like you're by yourself, like fucking you have to go up to the top to like turn off the lights or something. You don't even want to go down the stairs because you think some motherfuckers would trip you. It was like you have no idea, but it's it's funny now because we just all kind of know it, and it's like, we'll fuck with like even Travis and shit is like, oh yeah.
We leave the door open back there during the day just so like it has light back there and like
It'll be able to like
if
roam.
it wants to like take a walk, it can take a walk.
Go on, get.
He messed up an order, and I told him that he was gonna have to eat 2 weed edibles and stay the night back there.
Fuck that.
That's fucking cynical.
And at the same time, I was thinking about it, I was like, fuck, I would never do that shit.
Yeah, that's fucking
No way.
hardcore. Yeah. That's fucking no, but that's exactly what I feel like when I'm here. I feel like I'm in a playhouse, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like even for like a creative mind though, like a creative mind realistically, like you've harnessed these different areas that really are a very comfortable, like the vibe is strong. Like
Yeah.
you could sit here and shoot the shit. Like I feel like being in that room with the lights, the lighting's great, the layout's great, the chairs, the table. It's like a great panel board,
Hell
you know,
yeah.
to where
I'm so
you
stoked that
can
you
talk
like it. That was
about.
a hard time, dude. Like the
Fuck.
whole fucking last year, you know, between me and Justin just getting here fucking early as fuck, like 6 o'clock in the morning, so we let like workers in and try to do it all. Like we had a contractor on it, you know, that obviously helped us a lot with like, you know, contacting all the trades and everything. But like design wise, it was all down to a fucking T. Everything you see done by us. And it's just like developing the rooms and where everything would go and everything that we do. And fuck, dude, it's rad. It's the sickest place. I love it. You know, like I love coming here at night. I like being here late and getting shit done. But my Uber bill is high as fuck. Like
How far do you live from the shop?
I'm like it takes me like about 30 minutes.
Oh yeah,
I'm
so
like
it
30
is
minutes.
high as
Oh, wow.
fuck.
So
You
Yeah,
know, it's not
that's
bad,
pretty
but
gnarly.
we do have a college right down the street. So like
Yeah.
in Arizona, they don't fuck around with that stuff at all. Like
Yeah.
you know, we're still 0.08 here, but it's up discrepancy of them. It's a gray area, so it's like you blow 0.04, and they don't like the way you look. Like you're going to jail for sure.
Yeah,
So-
I heard some like horror stories about like Tent City and shit out here.
Oh, yeah.
and all that stuff.
that shit's gone now. I think
It is?
Yeah.
It turned into a rehab.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pills.
Well, the thing is, for me, now
Now it's pill city.
everyone hated Sheriff Joe is the one who had Tent City, right? And everyone fucking hated him.
And
blah,
he made
blah, blah.
people the prisoners had to wear like pink jumpsuits and
Yeah, I
shit.
remember that.
So
I think Mark was in that shit for a
what
while.
was
Oh,
what the
it-
fuck? What is Tent City?
It's
It's a world. It was like they're like Vietnam like tents, military tents, and they were outside, chain link around it, and that was the jail. So
Oh
you're in the
yeah, I
alley.
heard about it a few
You got,
times,
like,
but I never
county or
understood
whatever
what the hell
there,
it
but
was.
then outside of that is where most like nonviolent offenders are out there.
Oh, okay.
I think is
Yeah.
the way that works, right?
Yeah.
And so you guys know that just, I mean, we're in the middle of winter right now. It is 80 fucking degrees today.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey,
so
I rode. Me and my boy Brad rode through here, coming home from Born Free. Okay, and Born Free,
Fuck.
we left Born Free early on Sunday because it was so fucking hot. We're like, fuck it, let's just get home.
Yeah.
And it was like we were crossing through what was that desert? Fucking Joshua Tree.
Joshua Tree.
yeah.
It was 120.
Yeah.
We had to stop and like drench ourselves in water, and then it wasn't until we got to Phoenix that the sun went down, and then we were able to make it to like El Paso before we crashed.
Dude, that shit is no joke, man. Like 2 years ago or so? Like I was going across the desert. I was going to San Diego.
That was a good one.
I got super rad the night before. I was like, I'm gonna leave early, and then I was like, nah, I'm gonna go party with all my friends instead.
Yeah.
And we'll just go in the morning. You know, like,
Yeah.
you know, fucking one thing left to another, and you know, the night never ended, and fucking we're on bikes in the morning. It's 117 degrees. 4 hours of that. We stop at the very fucking last one. The very last gas station before you go up the hill
Uh-huh.
to get into like Acorn and shit, and you're gonna cross into like Dago after that. And I walked into the gas station, and it was 117 outside. Walk in there and they're just pumping the AC, and immediately my body just like was like, "Roar." not liking it. Like I passed out, fell forward. I fainted, fell forward, knocked out my fucking front teeth when I fell forward, but I hit my face and it made me bounce backwards. And back behind me there was a coffee counter, so I knocked my fucking dome on the back, and I was just bleeding everywhere and fell all on the ground. But I woke up, and like a couple of my friends like holding me up, and I just felt like I had the best sleep ever. Like it was just like, oh, woo, like, all right, let's go.
So fucking
We're
refreshed.
going, dude. And they're like, no, we're not going fucking
Yeah, you're
anywhere.
fucked up, bro.
And so I ended up like in fucking hospital, like I don't know, like El Con or El something, fucking.
I just saw the pictures.
Yeah, so it was fucking. Got a bunch of like staples in the back of my head, and like I was all jacked, dude. It was gnarly. Pumped a couple bags worth of fluids in me and stuff, but the good thing was I was still at Harley, so like. We had like, you know, we had the truck to come pick up my bike and shit.
Yeah.
And insurance.
And insurance. Yeah, definitely. Because, yeah.
That's fucking.
So, more of the story is like fucking Jaeger bombs and all that shit. You gotta get some sleep before you get fucking town on, you know?
Every year I try to get a group of friends, and every year we do a ride to Cali, we do a ride to NorCal and back to Texas, and it's an official situation that basically the night before we get fucking hammered.
Yeah.
Basically before any trip that we're going to cross the time zone, we get hammered the night before. Like before last year was the first year Jesse rode the Sturgis.
Yeah.
What we do the night before?
We got hammered.
We got fucked up.
Yeah.
And then I got
Dude,
fucking.
you
I
like a bundle of
literally.
nerves and so excited the night before. You're just like, dude.
It's all
How
about
is he
that
gonna
shit.
quench
I got
thirst?
1 hour of fucking.
And you
sleep,
wake up,
dude.
you wake up. You know, we're in Texas, so anytime you're going anywhere west, you know, it's ideal to leave about 3 or 4 in the morning because you're catching the time zones and stuff.
Right.
And your nerves are so hot, you're just so ready to go somewhere. Like it's easy to fucking pump out 1,000 miles on your bike because you're so ready to go somewhere. So you know that's what we do. We get really nervous about wanting to leave, and it's hard to sleep. Go fucking the night before you're gonna go ride 1,000 miles somewhere. Go try to go to sleep.
No, yeah.
Good luck with that. You know what I mean? The best thing to do is get fucking hammered, fuck your chick. You know what I mean? Whatever you got to do.
You
have a
fucking
good
barbarian, Jesus.
Yeah, like fucking.
Get fucking hammered. You need to bone your chick.
Yeah.
Fucking live to ride to live.
You gotta unload.
Pillage the village. We're fucking drinking out of the skulls of our enemies.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta like.
Fucking gargoyle shit in my mouth.
You have to like go barbaric on that. You know what I mean? And then you know what I always try to tell people is like, you know, we're kind of known for like riding a lot of very long distance trips and stuff. And I tell them all the time, and I am. I don't know about you, little bitch. You know what I'm saying? But me, I'm fucking about that life. So, and I always tell them, it's like, man, like my wife hates me until I leave, and once I get to the furthest destination, like I'm a little bitch. I'm like, oh babe, I can't wait to see you. I love you. Send her selfies, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like whatever. I like, can't wait
pics.
to get home, and I get home, and I like just pound that shit for like 4 days straight. Like I'm just so happy to be home. And then the next trip comes along, I'm like, yeah, I gotta get this bike ready, babe. I love you. Yeah, I gotta work. And then I go out of town. I'm like, I miss you. I fucking can't wait to get back on you.
I know exactly how that goes, dude.
It's a mental thing. It's so crazy. Like you get so wrapped up in like building whatever it is or doing whatever you're doing that it's like you love your family, your life, and everything you got going on, but like at the same time you're so wrapped up in this next step that once you're balls deep in it, then you're like, fuck man, I really miss my wife now.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, I really miss being friends with her. You know what I mean?
Like 3 days is like my cutoff. Like that's fucking. It's hard past that. You know, like you do like Sturgis, and you do a couple stops before that, a couple stops after. Dude, you cannot get home fast fucking enough.
Yeah.
You know, it's insane. You're like literally almost killing yourself on your bike just to get there.
Yeah, like, you know, it's fucking transmissions blowing up and shit.
Buddies are like tapping their heads, like cops gotta do it. Fuck cops.
Fuck it,
Go.
I'll take a ticket. Yeah, man, it's like crazy. You know, I try to tell my wife all the time. It's like, man, like, no, you're the most important thing, but like, I have this weird innate desire to succeed at what we're doing, and it really overpowers my mental while I'm trying to build whatever this is we're building. And it's only till like, you know, you get like you're a drug addict, and you're like in it, and once you're fucking smoking that pipe of this hustle, once you're like finally in it, you're like, oh fuck, now I miss my wife.
Yeah.
Now I miss all the shit, all my responsibilities, because you get so wrapped up in success and trying hard to push your brand, And you have so much control over it. It ain't like you worked your Harley.
No.
It's not like that. Like you get to clock out. It's fucking 5 o'clock. 6
Oh yeah, you check out.
Go home. Fuck it, man. Yeah, fuck it. I love what you're doing. All the kids, pat them on the head. Like, hey, let's play fucking Crash Bandicoot. You know what I mean? Whatever the fuck it is.
Someone's bike
Was this
broke down
fucking
that you
1990?
that you worked
You
on
dated
and
yourself on the
you're
Crash
fuck it.
Bandicoot, bro. I'm right here with you. I'm right here with you.
Like,
Minecraft down there is a little confused.
No, dude,
I know what it is. But.
you can't fucking check out of it, dude. Like, not at all. Like, it's, you know how it is too. Like, if you have a crazy night and like you next morning you're not 100%, like that's like, dude, it is fucking torture. You're like just like trying to get on your game. Like, you have to be on your game every fucking day, man. And like, I've been asked a lot of times, and it's probably one of the biggest questions. And I think that any guy that's out there that does anything like slightly viral in media would say, like Gary Vee or fucking, Andy Frisella or Randall Pitch or any of those dudes. Like, there's like, how do you stay focused? Like, how do you do this? Or how do you stay, what is it called? What's the word?
Motivated?
Yes, there you go. That's such an easy word. Sorry, Jameson.
It's okay.
So how do you stay motivated? And you're like, yo, dude,
on the black leather couch.
When your desire to fucking succeed turns into your need to like breathe, that's when you could fucking realize what it's like. That's what it has to be, man. And but the balance part, like anybody who's like, most guys who are out there just burning that candle at both ends, balance is not the strong suit. It's fucking lush. Like, you're just like, when I drink a lot. When I work, I fucking work a ton. Like, when I'm into this, I'm so far fucking into that thing that you cannot pull me back from it. You can't stop. And I think that's probably the hardest part for me and a lot of people that I've talked to too. It's like that, which also makes the parties with all the fucking entrepreneurs the funnest. But like, it's like, they're all people who fucking just like, you hammer down whatever you do, dude. You just go 110% at everything. It's just like keeping that place pointed in the right direction is your biggest challenge.
It's got to be, man. Like, you said it the best. Like, there becomes a level of focus that a lot of people that really want to get to even 10% of the level of what you've accomplished. You know what I mean? It really is like, how focused are you whenever you fucking get to the point of like you get out of work, you clocked out of fucking Harley, you're going home, and now it's fucking 7 a.m. again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
How focused are you? Are you that focused? Because, like, everybody's like, oh man, I want to talk, I want to talk, walk. Every day, like, oh, they're posting, they're reposting fucking memes all day long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Barstool Dreamers.
It's so fun to talk. It really is. Like, we're talking here.
It's easy.
It's easy. It's fun. It's inspiring.
Action is where the shit happens.
The next day when you wake up and you're kind of buzzed because that great conversation you had, you're like, fuck, okay, now I have to fucking walk.
Yeah.
Now I got to be about that shit that I just talked about.
I've created the best business plans in the world on long nights of cocaine. None of them ever panned out, though. I can't fucking figure that out.
Can't bridge that gap,
shit. What's the one you were telling me earlier? The best fucking line, the fucking advertising meme. Like, people are gonna steal it if you talk about it though. The fucking the coke fucking.
Oh
words.
yeah, we were talking about like how I love being able to do stuff with like Show Class and Dice Magazine and those dudes that aren't afraid to like push it. Because we were just like, fuck it, dude. You do whatever you want, no holds barred. Like, we'll fucking spell Dixon out in cocaine and like put a bunch of like naked chicks around it. Like, that'll be our ad.
Put a bunch of naked chicks around it. Throw some titties on it.
I fucking love it. It's so badass.
It's like, take advantage of those dudes that let everything still be no rules and no holds barred. It's like, it's fucking awesome. But
yeah, man, all these, everybody out there, especially nowadays, I feel like that's the trend. The trend is like, oh man, I gotta get out of this 9 to 5. The trend is like, I want to be this entrepreneur or this designer.
You can these days though. It's the craziest thing to me is like when someone says, and I'm like, you need to be on social media more, or you need to do this more. And they're like, I don't got the time. Shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
who
You don't
the
got
fuck
time
you
to make
talking
money?
Like,
you
fuck
just
you,
don't fucking
bitch.
have time for that
You know what I
shit?
mean?
Like, you ain't got time for that.
You ain't got time for this free shit that the world gave you. It's free. It's,
You take
know,
shits also, right? Because, like, that's my office, man.
Yeah. you can take a shit and make money at the same time.
I am a content distributor. The once that door fucking closes, you know, it's just
Content shitty.
It's true.
yeah, like
He'll go to the bathroom and I'll get the note of Dixon posted a picture. Dixon posted a picture. Like, you know he's on the shit.
Hell yeah.
it's fucking awesome because
But realistically, that's the only time you get a time to like really just focus on the hashtags and shit like that.
people are like, dude, are you good at multitasking? And it's like, truth is, like, not really. Like, I get pulled in so many different directions. Like, I forget about shit. It's terrible, dude.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at it. And mix that with, like, not being very good at tech. Like, I don't keep a lot of good notes in my phone like I should. But my multitasking, I do it like 2-3 times a day. Like, I don't know, that might be more than most people. I'm a big man, though. And it's done in fucking my office
Yeah.
on the white porcelain throne. I don't mean to ruin it for anyone else, but
No,
like,
dude,
see,
it's everything.
now
I do
people
the
are gonna
same
see
thing.
it. They like come in. They're like, "Damn, this is a sick ass video." Danny just posted that from the fucking shit.
the shitter.
Now I know that.
Yeah.
I do
I'm
the-
setting my alarm to buy that flannel, and I know it just posted from the shit. I just gave away all the trade secrets. We're done.
I do the same shit, man. Like, you know, you get to a point where like the first half of your day is like taking pictures of what you're doing, and you're like, you know what, fuck, man, it's that lunchtime rush.
Yeah.
Gotta fucking drop this deuce. And you go in there, you're like, fuck, you know, yeah, I'll post this. You know, you want to be relevant every day, so you
Yeah.
want to put some content out there. You're like, fuck, you know, like hashtag. I'm not a fucking little bitch, so I don't do that whole copy paste shit. Like, I do all my every hashtag you see on Instagram is handwritten, bitch. You know what I mean? I don't do
That
any
shit
of
was
shit.
built, not bought, brother.
Yeah, I don't
Built,
fucking.
not bought.
I don't fucking copy paste that shit.
Built,
I ain't-
not bought.
Let's talk to Justin about some shit.
Okay.
Most excited.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, you're.
What do I do with my hands?
What's up?
He's like, what's up with a pause on this?
Yeah.
So what do we want to go into?
I don't know. What do you want to go into?
You want to pause it?
You got any cool like special skills?
Kind of underpants are you wearing?
All right, we're just gonna take a break.
Pause.
Fuck you guys.
We're back.
We back. We live, baby.
This is the third quarter. We've been drinking like a motherfucker.
Correction, Jace has been drinking, and I have to be responsible and drive us home from Arizona.
Yeah, we are leaving Phoenix tonight and going at least to El Paso.
Oh shit.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. I'm already tired as fuck, so we'll see how this
Yeah,
goes.
whatever. You know. Yeah, what were we talking about?
I don't know. I just we pressed record.
I feel like
and
we
here
should go
are.
live and ask people what they want to hear about.
Dude,
Yeah, do it.
let's pull it up right now.
Fuck it.
Should we go live on Dixon?
Danny's got the shit.
Then I gotta
He knows.
fucking look at what they're
Yeah,
saying.
let's both go live. And,
That is a good idea. I
yeah,
like that.
we'll
I like
take-
this.
I can monitor from here.
You guys are
You guys see
fancy.
that today?
Yeah, fucking don't rub it in my face. It's fucking sick ass. I love your Olins. Got that swag. I'm gonna bring my bag right here. We're gonna make them twinsies.
Jay's like, fuck you, swagger jacker. Good swagger jacker.
Oh man.
All right.
How do you like that? Like, yeah, that's a good thing. Well, how do you the performance bagger thing? Like, I see you putting a fucking foot into it.
Am I a fan of it? Huge fan.
Huge man.
But I haven't ridden that bike yet, so I don't know.
I left him alone for 30 fucking minutes at Quaid Harley Davidson, and he came out and bought a fucking bike. I told him, don't fucking buy a bike. He went in there to do a fucking podcast.
Was it that time?
Yeah.
It was the Chicks podcast?
Comes out 30 minutes later, and he's like, hey, they want you in the podcast. I was like, what the fuck have you been doing for 30 minutes? He's like, I bought a bike. I was like, we talked about this on the way over here. Clearly that talk didn't fucking
No,
do
it's a good
anything.
thing though. Like, I think it's a good thing you doing that bike and even the build that you did.
Did you ever see my last road glide?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
fuck
okay,
yeah.
gotcha. See, like, I always miss that thing. So,
Yeah.
like, you know, it's just, hold on real quick. Let me tell these people what we're doing.
Yeah, I'm trying to type shit out too.
Like,
Yo, it's Danny from Dixon. Hey, we're on the Fast Life Garage podcast right now. So we've been here drinking, having fun, talking on podcast stuff for about the last 3 hours. But now we want to hear from you. what do you guys want to know about? What do you want us to talk about? And that way, when you go back, you can listen to the Fast Life Garage podcast. You get all the answers and everything coming straight from us. And here you go. So we're going to go live. So what we're going to do is I'm probably going to put this off. We're actually at Dixon headquarters right now.
What up?
It's crazy. I'm taking a live video of him taking a live video.
We're so live in this bitch.
We're breaking the
Everybody's
fourth
live as
fucking
fuck.
dimension.
Live, we got
a live video of a live video.
Instagram Inception going on.
Yeah.
Inception.
Instaception. We got some Instaception
Right there, yeah.
going on.
So Saturday night, you guys are probably like, hey, what does Dixon do on Saturday night? What we're doing is trying to bring you more content.
Yeah.
Always. And so, luckily for us, Fast Life Garage hit us up from Texas, and they're in Phoenix right now. So we're going to do a podcast. What do you guys want to hear about? Let us know. We're going to hand it off and let them check everything out.
We got a question right
here.
here.
Out there.
We got a question right here.
All right.
Next big move with the brand.
Board shorts.
Board shorts.
I mean, I think it's a big move. I like it. Board shorts, party hats, like that whole summer capsule that's gonna.
Yeah.
Fuck, I shouldn't be talking to this.
Yeah. Get in the mic, bro.
Board shorts. Where should I put this at? Hey,
dude, I can double fist it over here, no problem.
Okay.
We heard about your double fisting.
So one of our next big moves is, and who knows if it's a big move. I mean, our last big move was workwear.
Yeah.
So you guys
fucking
have
love
tested
it.
them out. You like them? So like what we wanted to do is like take a Dickies thing, try to like make any change that we could to make it easier to handle, make it better fitment, make it look a little bit better, give a little homage like old school Ben Davis shit like that.
Yeah.
And bring it huge. So next we're hitting board shorts because dude, there's no surf company that ever really talked to me. You know, there's nothing that like I saw that I was like, that's my brand, that's my jam.
Yeah.
You know, so what we wanted to do, we wanted to bring it out to everyone else. There's so many wake surfers out there, you know, that aren't just like California based, you know, that's all over the country.
Yeah.
Big in Texas, big in Arizona. Then at the same time, NorCal, and then all the guys along the coast that wear our stuff too. So we're bringing out 5 pairs of boards, actually 6.
Yeah.
6 pairs of board shorts.
Us fat motherfuckers need some fucking swim shorts, though. That's pretty much.
That's the other thing, dude. So like most brands make them up to 38.
Yeah.
And like that's the size that I am, and I'm like always like, oh, made the cut right on the end, you know.
Yeah.
So these are gonna go up to about 44.
That's good.
Maybe bigger. I don't know.
There's nothing hotter than a fucking like bellied out dude with a fucking full fucking belly tattoo going on. I think that's like the sexiest thing in the world. I don't think it's sexy, but I'm hoping
You just said
ladies,
it's on.
But-
you ladies that see that.
It's recorded. You said that you like it.
If I ever learn anything,
Jason's a hot fucking mess right now.
dude, if
I'm just trying to like build a brand for us, like us fat dudes or our building fucking dudes. We can like get some play. You know
if
what
I ever learn anything from being like growing up in the hood, is that you can be fat as fuck if you're slung down the whole way. Like as far as tattoos, like because you got that old school like Mexican dude, the cholo dude, just
So you gotta have the
rocking,
Rick
like,
Ross going on.
Just
Rick
he's just
Ross.
like, but dude, like
Yeah.
old school cholo dude, just rocking like firmly fucking mustache, dude, just like slung down whole thing, just like huge beer gut, just love fucking tequila. I'm with you on that, dog.
Fuck yeah.
I will do that for the white boys. That's what I'm giving back to you guys.
Somebody said you guys should do something with work pants, but the people are always rocking Dickies. What pants something
talked about
I do
that.
myself on
Yeah.
a daily basis. What are your thoughts? Okay, are you guys gonna do work pants? What are your thoughts on that? And would that be?
That's a
We've
good
been
thing.
working on it, dude. We tried, and this is the main reason why we didn't. My biggest idea was adding a center gusset instead of it being all center stitched into one,
Right.
to allow more movement, and then mix it into 5% stretch material. So right now we're working with on the board shorts 5% stretch into the board short material to become like the stretchiest one. Most of them out there using 3%. So that's what we try to do. We've been unsuccessful so far. What we do in the future, I'd love to. I'd love to say that we could do it, but I'm not going to come out with it just to put our label on it and make it the same exact thing that you could buy.
Well, yeah.
It has to be better. And
The
it
price
has to solve it.
point, the price point's so
That's
low
the
with
other thing.
Dickies, man. It's like trying to create. You gotta understand, like a company like Dickies has massive fucking amounts of fucking income and fucking like reach, and like this is a fucking phenomenal warehouse that we're sitting here having this good time in, but it's still a small business.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely, dude.
So-
and trying to hit that like $20 to $28 price range, and that's the reason why we wear them. You know, it's like, I mean, if we make them and we make them just the craziest things you've ever seen, you already have that. That's called Lululemon, and it costs more than any of us can afford, and that's the reason why we don't have them.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is like, you know, like, fuck us, man. We'll go like, fuck, I need some new work pants. Well, we go to fucking Walmart, we get some $19 Dickies.
Exactly.
And then it's like, you know what? Fuck, man, there's a party tonight. I need some nice
Especially
Dickies.
as painters, because you guys are painters.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah, on our live feed, they don't really know probably exactly what you do. Probably a lot of them follow you guys already. But so Fast Life Garage is in Texas. They just came from California. They got down with our friends from Fab 28. Jay up there's awesome dude, putting on amazing exhausts. They went down to LA to hit up Silent G. That dude is the fucking man. Him
Silent
and his
G.
wife,
Silent
super
G.
awesome from Valley Customs. Went out crazy paint work. And these guys are painters too. So they're guys that are giving back to their craft and also talking to other painters. So that's where they come from. Check them out at the Fast Life Garage at symbol, you know, download into your thing. Hit the follow button.
Yeah.
fuck yeah, man. Like, that's what's cool. So, any other questions we got coming in?
Just people on Dixon's just kind of,
Yeah, we're not that popular.
you know,
Throwing
nobody
big
on,
fists?
just, you know, everybody on Dixon's just like, hey, can you make a camo hunting flannel? That's the only question I've got so far.
Dude, that's kind of cool.
Remember that time they sent
That's
me
kind of cool.
a gift flannel for Dan himself?
Oh yeah, navy blue camo. If you're
Yeah.
hunting whales.
I'm pretty sure it's called like
Hunting Wells.
it's called Crip Camo.
Oh, shit.
all I know is blood. I don't know how to do
The
any
funny
other
thing
way.
was too is it had like the snap buttons.
Yeah.
So it was like, yo, I'm a cowboy, but I'm here to
CB.
see walk.
Here's Seawalk.
CB said you should do a Fast Life Garage flannel for those guys. Represent. What up?
No, here's the deal. We're painters. You know what I mean? So there's no way that we can
Yeah.
ever agree on a colorway.
Not only that,
Pretty
That's-
much.
yeah.
If we can't agree.
It'd
Like,
be hard
Yeah.
to incorporate drip marks in a flannel.
but yeah,
Dude,
exactly.
the thing is with creative types, with creative types like you guys yourselves, it's like by the time we were able to make it and actually release, and this,
Yeah.
I mean, this happens to us all the time. And we've been looking at that colorway for 9 months already, you know. And so
Yeah.
like, if we made that. The bike that we made it after that you finished, you guys would be over that bike.
Yeah, it would be
already.
over.
You know, you'd just be like, you've done 4 more
Man.
already that you think
okay,
are better. You know?
I've got a couple about t-shirts, like more t-shirts. I keep getting that, and any possibility of short sleeve flannels for when it gets hot as hell in Arizona.
I wouldn't call them flannels, but we have a new shirt coming out with a fabric that we've been working on for the last year, and it is called Deluxe. And it is 100% bamboo.
is it that bamboo shit?
Yeah, it's that bamboo shit.
That bamboo
Shit's
shit, though, bro. You need to get on
Yeah.
that shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit's on that
So
shit.
that's
you know
going
what I
to be
mean?
all. We have 2 different versions of that coming out.
I'm from the
and
hood.
One of
Yeah.
them's like a bamboo flex fabric that's stretchy. The other one's a bamboo fabric. Bamboo, it breathes like cotton. It shrinks slightly. It wrinkles slightly. But it is amazing. It's better than cotton. It's better than the poly-based stuff that we've been using. So short sleeve flannel, if you're talking about an actual plaid shirt, short sleeve, then yes, those are coming.
Hell yeah.
An actual short sleeve flannel, like a thick one, that will not happen.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like, why would
Yeah,
you
why
want
would you want a
fucking
thick-ass t-shirt?
like sweaty ass thing
Yeah.
to keep you warm in the summer? It's just like amazing.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy is like the best thing to think about here is that like you got these fucking guys who are trying to give you content and apparel all 4 seasons.
Yeah.
It's 4 seasons, right? Is it
That's
4?
a crazy
Or is it
part
4
of the
quarters?
hustle for us, dude.
It's crazy because we get in this business thing. I got 4 quarters and 4 seasons. Is it the same thing?
Dude, this is the thing. This is the weird thing, and I was just talking about this the other day. I feel like we're ingrained in our lives after being in school that we will always live our lives as like the way it worked in school. Like
Yeah.
you completely have those seasons, or you have like life until winter break, life until spring break, and then you have
Life
summer
after.
break.
Oh, that's
And
good. That's good input.
The only difference is that we still have to go to work every day.
Yeah.
But you kind of
No
live
recess.
That still, you
No
know?
recess.
Yeah.
I got-
fucking bitches.
I got any future collabs you guys can talk about right now?
plenty. Yeah.
Shut up, Jace. Let them
We're
talk.
doing a Donald Trump flannel.
Oh, dude, you can't say that.
Make flannels great again.
It's gonna come out. It's $499, and it's called Trump Change.
Trump.
Okay, so
That's a
we
joke.
have.
Yeah.
You will see another Snap-on flannel come out
I
that's
saw
not
it.
sold
Dope.
out. It's not sold by us. 2018 in fall will be available from Snap-on. You will also see a jacket available from Snap-on that we made, and they're both amazing pieces. You will see a party shirt collab for a bunch of truck builders that are like just crazy builders.
Yeah, I saw
dude.
that shit. Fucking
Delmo, Arclight Fab, which is
Aaron Coffin.
Aaron
Dallas
Kaufman, his
motherfuckers.
boys.
Yeah.
Lolo Metalsmith, which is Freeman Fabrication. Stoner Speed Shop is on there. Broken Bones Garage on our Square Body, which is Justin's truck. You see like actual renderings, and they're done by renderings by Tristan. If you look him up, amazing artist, and it's laid out like on a party shirt. That one will be coming out in the next 2 months. It's a crazy good one.
It's crazy because I was looking at the flannels that you posted or you're showing me. I was like, fuck, man, this reminds me of like Boyd Connaughton kind of like style.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think that it's been long enough to where we can start putting that back into our style every day to where it's like cool again. You know what I mean? It's like every so often you get that style of fucking shirt that's like, oh, that's fucking old fucking Corvette guys, fucking New Balance shoes.
Right.
You know what I mean? But then like that shirt just looks so cool. It's like, fuck. Why, if you like fucking C10s or just trucks in general, like why would you not want that fucking shirt?
Dude, we kind of rocked into that last year, and it was like, well, kind of like the shirt I'm wearing right now. Like,
Yeah.
that wasn't something that I thought I could wear before, and then we started like being like, okay, like there's something past like blank T-shirts and shit like that. Like we could take over a piece of this,
Yeah.
and just like make it into shit that like guys like us actually would like, that we can kind of like halfway dress up. Like when you gotta,
Yeah.
it's like court, funerals, weddings, parties, Christmas. Like you hit all of them, but put like tattoo flash all over it.
I got a statement. Okay, so last August we were all watching Conor McGregor fight, and like we saw the fucking "fuck you" flannel or the "fuck you" shirt. And I was like, "Is that a Dixon Flannel?" You know what I mean? Like that's some shit you would do. The "fuck you"
have that
fucking
picture?
pinstripes.
So we actually, one of our samples of board shorts would look just like that, but it said "live fast."
Oh,
Like on
fuck
all
yeah.
I should probably have some samples just made for you guys on those. Like we actually ended up going against it just because I don't know, it wasn't perfect like on the board shorts, but it was kind of cool. Like we thought the same thing. We're like, that's rad. Like what could we do to make that ours? And we just like made it say "live fast." And it was the same thing,
Yeah.
pinstripe like that.
That's a good idea, though, man.
It's pretty rad.
But no, it's crazy though. Like honestly, I'm not even trying to fucking fluff this up for the podcast, but that's exactly what I thought when I saw that flannel, or not even flannel. I'm saying flannel like
It's a pinstripe suit.
A
It looked like
pinstripe
pinstripe.
suit.
Yeah.
And I'm so used to your fucking like your party fucking shirts and how they looked. I was like,
Do you have any of those? Did you guys ever buy any of those?
no, I'm fucking.
It's
I don't
kinda-
party.
It's scary.
He's a painter. He doesn't
I'm a
have any
painter.
money.
I wear flannels to fucking weddings, dude.
Somebody said maybe some ugly flannels for the ugly sweater parties next Christmas.
Well, dude, we did.
Pretty good
We
one.
did
Yeah.
do this year. We did the long sleeve shirt, so you didn't have to wear the actual sweater because those things suck to wear. We did that long sleeve shirt, and it looked just like it, and it said
Yeah.
beer bongs and Christmas songs.
Hell
Ah,
yeah.
that was
anyone
cool.
got
I
that
saw a
one.
lot.
That one was
I saw a
rad.
lot of chicks wearing that one with their like tits hanging out the bottom of that. I
They're
think
what?
so.
Do it
my
again?
wife's watching. My wife's watching.
That's what I thought.
I'm drinking beer.
She's like, "What chicks?" You're like, "Yeah, Dixon posted it." I don't
Yeah, I
know.
don't know. I saw it on there. It's like, way in the ether. You know what I mean? Nah, that's fucking cool. Anything else cool on that shit?
Not really. Just a couple little comments here and there. Little.
Justin's not a quiet guy.
No, he's not.
Oh,
And
he
actually,
looks like he's falling asleep.
I know he's like.
how you know what? Let's talk about this. How like
I know.
you
what's
know
going on.
Texas. Okay, we're Texas boys on this side of the table. So Mark from Texas Performance, he's one of my best friends. Right? He really is. Like and you know what's so crazy?
Another great shop. Look him up. Texas Performance Cycles or motorcycles.
No, it's MC at
MC.
Texas Performance.
Texas
MC.
Performance MC.
So-
look them up. Awesome.
We became great friends because of your party.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Here's the deal. I'm gonna lay this out for you. So, in Texas, like, I'm out there. I'm following. I've been buying your flannels for fucking years since you were working at dealerships and stuff and all that stuff. So, in Texas, we have a page called Texas Dynas, is what it was called back in the day. And so when you posted, it was like September. You posted a fucking thing like, hey, fucking hot bike tour. We're doing a party here at Dixon Flannel. I'm like, cool. I said, actually at the time I was working in Northern Cali. I would fly back and forth to paint bikes up in NorCal.
Nice.
And fly back to Texas. So I was up there, and we had took our Dyna apart to the frame, right? So it's September. You posted it. Y'all started posting that party in September. And so I was trying to create this buzz in Texas with Dynas and FXR. So I posted like, hey, I'm going here. Anybody going? Let's fucking mob out together, right? So all the way down, fast forward, we built the Dyna, we did what we did, and then, one of my closest friends who usually does the most of the trips with, he bailed on me last minute. Not his fault, but just circumstances. And so I ended up riding out. I left Dallas, fucking rode from Dallas through New Mexico. Solo.
Which is like, what, like a 10-ish hour ride or something like that?
I really can't tell you how, I left... Caught up with some homies in Midland, Odessa, and then went through fucking White Sands, New Mexico. And then me and Mark actually met up. Like, here's the deal. Mark said on our Facebook page, like, hey, I'm going too. I'll meet you up in Las Cruces.
Nice.
So I'm like, fuck yeah, I've never met this dude. Literally, never met this dude. So I get there, I get to Las Cruces, and I'm like fucking chilling at the TA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it Travel America or something like that? I'm like chilling. I'm like, yeah, and then some Dyna and a fucking bagger pulls up. I'm like, I don't know which one. Or no, it's the FXR and a Dyna. Or FXR and a bagger. He pulls up and he goes, this big ogre motherfucker gets off the bike, right? He's fucking like
7'9".
Yeah,
he's
he's
big
tall
as
as
fuck. Mark's like, get
You
off
can't
the
even
bike.
tell what his bike is either. You're
It's like
whatever he's riding, like a
it looks like a
Sportster.
Sportster.
Frankenstein fucking thing.
So he gets off the bike, he hangs out, and like we're like, cool. He's just like this really approachable, great guy. And so I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's go. And he's like, he was telling me about all the people out here that he fucked with. Live Fast Cycles or Customs, whatever the fuck it's called out here. You guys, he worked just the mini. I've never met this guy.
And all that stuff, yeah.
I never met him. So I rode with him, and then, mind you, I was riding from Dallas, like solo. So I was like, man, I'm stopping in Benson. I stopped in Benson, caught a hotel, and he left from Austin and rode straight through, and he ended up connecting with some people out here. And the next day I met up with him, and we were cool, and we came here to your party, and we were like cool. Like, here's the deal. What I'm trying to say to you is that me and Mark are like super close. Like, me and him are really great friends. Like,
right.
Not gay.
Have you touched tips?
Not
I don't know
gay.
why you feel like you have to put that out there.
We're not gay.
The fact
But
you have to put that out there makes
He's
it gay.
probably one of my closest friends
There's
in my
some
life.
tip touching going on that you're
Yeah.
not telling us about.
He is literally probably one of the most closest friends I have in my life because we respect each other's ability in this motorcycle industry.
Like, I'm not saying we power dog, but like if his life depended upon
Yeah.
it.
I feel like he's gonna be listening to this when we release it, and he's gonna be blushing right now, just hella embarrassed for no
we
reason.
were hanging out in this fucking parking lot right
He's
here.
fogging up those white Ray-Bans right now.
Yeah.
We were hanging out in this fucking parking lot right here, and he was still working at Harley at the time. He was like, dude, I want to go on my own. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude, do it, man. You're fucking a solid mechanic, a solid dude that really cares about your craft. You know what I mean? He is a fucking Dyna performance bike Nazi is what he is. And I love it. You know what I mean?
He's insane, dude. He's good at what he does.
Yeah.
We almost hired him at the dealership that I was at that time.
Yeah.
Before.
First time I met that dude, he was
You gotta
fucking
be
doing
YT
wheelies
before.
on that bagger.
He has no fucking, like, trust me, like, I like to ride hard, but I'm also a fucking 35-year-old man with a kid, a wife, a business. So I'm like, you know what? 8 o'clock's good enough for me.
Hey, so before we
Okay.
close out your live video here, I have a question. Any chance of bringing back any colorways from the past?
I saw the vault. Fuck you, motherfucker.
Jace, quit.
So this being our 5th anniversary, 2018 is Dixon's 5th anniversary. So the first wave of that you saw was the Apache that just re-released. So
Nice.
the Apache with Stoner Speed Shop was a legendary thing. Oh, I'm sorry for saying legendary. For me, in my eyes, it was just because it changed the whole game for how I looked at apparel forever, really, and what we could do. So that was a big reason why we re-released that one. And what you will see, and you won't see us say that too much, but I have a couple drinks in me, so I'll just tell you straight up. You will see the Outlaw come back in a special anniversary edition. You will see. Do you remember the other ones we were doing? There's some crazy stuff that we did in the past within the last 3 years.
Oh, boneless.
That we are bringing back. The boneless being one of them. It's one of my favorite colorways, and it was before we changed the cut and everything. It like barely even fits me, and that mostly has to do with that I drink too much. I'm getting like old and fat like crazy.
Yeah.
And also just didn't fit well. So, anyways, you will see a bunch more of that stuff.
Okay, cool. So got another one. Is it possible to do lightweight flannel? Oh wait, hold on. Fucking wrong one. Somebody was. Oh, here it is. How about an extra piece of fabric liner to protect against pistol wear? Is that? Do you even want to deal with that?
How do you
do you even want to answer that?
You know, I don't know how that works exactly. I think that's more of a
like a vest thing.
No, because it depends on how you're carrying, I guess, really, and how tight you wear
AK?
your
Yeah, you got an
AK,
AK in your
yeah.
motherfucker. Okay, you guys
I
gonna be
didn't
a
have
born
to
free?
read my AK.
Maybe switch to a Glock like
Yeah, Glock,
G43. Like
Are you guys gonna be a born free?
Fuck yeah, right? No, what?
I didn't think we were going to, but there's a possibility.
Well, Dixon Flannel shirts or flannels in general will be fucking everything nationwide. Right?
Jace, you're
There's a
fucking
possibility. It's not completely confirmed yet.
You know, you said a great thing. Like, you know, you were talking about this early, and probably everybody that's on live and, you know, our podcast might not see. It's like you were telling me about how hardcore you guys went when you went to Sturgis and how it really fucking like. I don't want to say the word drained, but it just really like, you know, Dixon as a brand has a reputation to fucking party. So it's like you go out and you have this fucking like balls to the wall fucking thing going on. It's like,
Oh man,
you gotta sleep, you got a family, you got kids, you got
that
this.
one's
you got,
hard.
That's
dude.
me.
Yeah.
That's me.
So
That's my job.
The guy that's like in charge of keeping me alive is sitting over there, and dude, it's hard. Like we want to rise to the occasion and give everyone the full spectrum of what we are every single night when we're out there.
Right.
But when you go to Sturgis and you do that 10 nights in a row, dude, like it's gnarly. You know, it's really hard. So our 2-3 day shows, those have even gotten hard at this point. But if you want to see like a good one that we really go for it and we pull out all stops, we hit it super hard, you go to Muse Inc., Costa Mesa, California. That takes place March 16th, 17th, and 18th. You got like a bunch of punk rock stuff going on. You got live tattoo convention, motorcycle show, car show with tribal, just all kinds of shit. Travis Barker puts that on. That's one that we go crazy for, and it's a mix of everything that's rad and it's really fun. Dudes from Black Flies are out there, and that's Muse Inc., Costa Mesa, California. That's coming up next month. That one is rad. The other one that's super cool, if you're into trucks, Lone Star Throwdown in Houston, Texas. That's like, that's like 10 days away.
Texas, bruh.
It's like
Close.
2 weeks from right now. We'll be out there for that. Don't find me if I'm with Blake Stoner from Stoner Speed Shop, because that's a gnarly mix of people that you don't even want to see. But like that one's gonna be a lot of fun. Go see Justin at that one. I will be fired from the
He'll
booth
bum
that
you out.
weekend.
I fire Danny every event.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Basically, for most of the events, like I'm behind the booth, like to start out until we get those VIP bracelets. They're like the free drinks, and then I'm like, they're just like,
No, that's cool.
And then Justin's like, get the fuck out of here, and I'm like, oh, then I just have to like walk around all day.
And drink.
Yeah.
So how deep are you on the fucking like C10 market? Like you know a lot of folks and you know what I mean? Like you seem vested in that fucking world. You know what I mean?
I like that world, but working at Dixon obviously has introduced me to everybody. I mean,
yeah,
like,
across the board, yeah.
So I get we get to deal with a lot of rad people
That's red.
after working for Dixon. I mean, I give it all Dixon. It's definitely opened the doors and allowed me to meet a lot of rad people in the industry.
I mean, we're from Texas, so, you know, Aaron Kaufman and fucking, you know, his whole Gas Monkey and now his ArcLight Fab thing. You know, actually, I reached out to ArcLight Fab. I was trying to get them to get on, but, you know, we're motorcycle people, so it's a little bit different, but
I know that they're fucking balls to the wall right now.
Right now, yeah.
One of my buddies from California has been out with them filming for their new show for the last little while. And it's just like, and then one of the other dudes from their crew is from Arizona that's out with them right now too. So they have kind of have a cool mix going on. Right?
you know, and yeah, you know, like I think I reached out to the wrong Instagram page, because, you know, fucking Aaron's page is like ArcLight.
The ArcLight.
The ArcLight. And then I think I reached out to the ArcLight Fab, which is the company for their new venture, and they were like, "Oh, what are you about? What do you do this?" I'm like, you know, I'm about free advertisement for you. I'm about free opportunity. I'm about free. So fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, come out and talk to us, or, you know, not. You know, and I'll find somebody else.
What do you guys have going on next? Like, as far as like what's going
all
on?
we do, all of us is just general. Like, you know, we own Texas. Not owned by like we're EVR Texas, but we are a Texas-based company, and we're trying to bring.
He's trying really.
He's like, we're gonna cut this thing off.
Yeah, well, I'm getting there. I'm like, man, he is really trying hard right now.
With that big hook.
I still got some.
You gotta reel him in a little bit, you know. Hey, you know what? I feel for you, you know, because this is probably what you gotta deal with it sometimes, you know, and I gotta deal with it. I gotta deal with it during the podcast. I gotta drive this fucking child home later.
He'll be passed out in 10 minutes.
I'll be passed out before we get to fucking like Tucson.
Calling his wife, crying, snot coming out.
I'm sorry I missed you.
I'm sorry I didn't answer.
No. I mean, for us, like, this whole it's crazy because, like, we have so many facets right now added onto this podcast thing. You know, we have our daily grind with paint and the bikes that we build and stuff like that, and it's awesome and it's great and it's fun. But you know what? The most motivational part of it is when we talk to you guys, we talk to Valley Customs, we talk to all our friends out in the industry, and that's more fun. Like, it's really fun to talk to people about what we want to do more than it is about what we are doing. You know what I mean? And in Texas, like, we have a fucking, like, phenomenal market, but we also have a very, like, sporadic group of people. So, like, if you take Phoenix, like, Phoenix seems like a really solid market for Dynas and FXRs where it's all local. So if you host a bike night, like, motherfuckers are showing up. In Texas, it's like, well, we got 15 people from Dallas, 30 people from Houston, 45 from Austin, 20 from Waco. It's not all that close. So
it's actually very similar here.
It is?
Yeah, because we got a lot of riders here, but, like, you know, look what our big market was very different here for a very long time. So,
yeah.
But yeah, very, very similar. So it's like, it's definitely not California. I think California's probably one of the only ones that's like that.
It's fucking, like...
It's crazy.
You know, when I was sitting, you know, like I said, before we came here, we were sitting with Silent G up in, Chatsworth. You gotta piss again.
You can
Danny's gotta piss again.
Hey, go piss, run, and I'm gonna talk to him.
We can't
really
have
fourth
smoke,
quarter
though.
in this bitch. Huh?
We should sign off soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm out of here after the fourth quarter.
He's like,
how long have we been?
He's got
hour and
food,
50
like,
minutes.
I've got pho sitting at my house and a hot
All
blonde.
right, well, hey, everybody, let's just end it. You know what I mean? Fucking Justin, Dixon Flannel.
Sign off.
Jewish cut it, and then we do a really good thing, and then it makes it easy.
Then a super saucy section.
1, 2, 3.
Break it down.
Thank you guys so much for having us. We're super stoked, dude. Fuck yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys for wearing suits.
What are we doing this?
Dude, you guys came from Texas. We're super stoked that you guys had us.
So
on. Thanks
before
so
everybody
much.
goes, the best place to, for the people that if you're a fucking retard and you haven't followed fucking Dixon Flannel in some form or fashion, where can they find all your shit at?
So on Instagram, you're going to find the most information, and that is at Dixon, DIXXON _flannel_co. That will be the best place to find it. You can also find us on Facebook or at DixonQuality.com, DIXXON quality.com. So we are open to, we ship same day, pretty much get to anywhere in the country in 2 to 3 days. Our stuff is all limited. Once it sells out, it's gone for good. So if you see anything you like, get it now. Thank you guys.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Had a good time. Appreciate it, y'all.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, Jace, quit talking. It's done.
Okay.
Just stop. Stop. The Texan. He owns Texas. He's got to stop talking.
Yeah, he owns Texas. He's got it. All right, y'all. We're out.
There we go.
All right.
How about those dudes? Fucking wild, huh? We had a good time over at the
Warehouse.
concentration camp is what I think.
Oh, that's what it was called.
About.
Yeah.
Man, we were super lucky to catch up with those guys, and I feel like they brought some great input to how some of it started and how they operate on a daily basis. I think it's pretty rad what they've done.
And then we went live.
Yeah, we went live. That was the first time, so we'll see about doing that again here and there.
It was a little hectic.
Yeah. Check out our sponsors, man. Manicrew.com. Go on there if you're ordering some shit, 10% off. FastLife10 as the code, and you got it, man. Tag them on Instagram, Manic_crew. Our boys at Paint Huffer, painthuffer.com, 20% off your first order by using offer code FastLife. Also follow them on Instagram. Check them out. Let them know you heard about them through the podcast. If you're not one of the thousands of people that's already following them. Check out Texas Performance MC on Instagram, TexasPerformanceMC.com on the World Wide Web. And like we said earlier, he's got a dyno now, so fuck with him.
Fuck with me, I got it.
Yeah. Mark's got it getting everything you need to have a bike done up there and done right and dialed in to perfection. Also, if you heard our spill about Patreon.com, check it out. Check us out, Patreon.com/FastLifeGarage. Also, there's a link on our website, FastLifeGarage.com, and you can get a direct link to that, iTunes, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and all that shit. We appreciate you checking it out. I think we don't have anything followed up for Thursday, but we are going to try our asses off to get on I think we have a lead on an adventure rider. Whew.
Yeah. We're just he's local too, right? He's pretty close. Yeah. Hopefully we can snag that. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get him on, and also we'll have our buddy FXR Mike on hopefully next week sometime. So he's got a build that he's working on for the People's Champ, which is a show class magazine's competition they do for Born Free. So if you do follow FXR Mike, don't forget when it comes time to vote for him so he can continue on in his build. Also, like I said, we'll be having him on, and I think we're gonna have some pretty good info about how he's been building this FXR chopper, which is I think it's turning out pretty fucking badass, to be honest with you. So, stay tuned for that. We'll have that coming up next month, and then we'll be working on next month's content. This pretty much wraps up our first month with this podcast, and we greatly appreciate all of you guys. Even, I think, Czech Republic, Sweden, Netherlands, London, Australia, Canada. Appreciate it 100%. We really thank you. So check it out.
Later.